Call this meeting to order of the Hawarden City Council. This is a regular City Council meeting on Wednesday, May 13th, 2026 at 5:30 p.m. in the Hawarden City Hall Council Chambers Room. First on the agenda is approval of the regular meeting minutes from April 22nd, 2026. Could I have a motion, please?
So moved.
And a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes 4-0. Christie is not with us today. 1B is approval of today's May 13th, 2026 claims for payment. Any questions or a motion?
I'll motion.
Got a motion and a second?
Second.
All those in favor of approving the claims from May 13th, 2026, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes 4-0. At this time, we have open business from the community.
Nobody here, Mayor.
Okay. There is no business from the community tonight, and there is no mayor's report, so we'll move on to staff reports. Jacob.
I am just going to reiterate what I said last meeting. We had the cleanup, and I just want residents to be focusing on making sure that they're getting their nuisances taken care of, because letters will be going out. I know that letters have already started going out, especially for grass and for just stuff that's been out that is easily taken care of. So just want to make sure that I reiterate that people should start taking care of their yards. That's it.
Okay. Yes, thanks for that reminder. Travis.
We received a grant for new basketball court tiles at the French Park, so we placed that order. They should be installed late June, early July. I think the guys got the old ones just tore off today. And those will be red with a blue outline instead of blue with the red outline. So it should be nice. It'll be a great addition to the park. Getting ready for summer. Swimming pool's been filled and it's starting to warm up. We're going to be moving some picnic tables around different areas where they're needed. We did notice they're starting to, a couple of them in rough shape. We'll get rid of those, but I think over the next few years we'll start getting 5 at a time every year. They are pretty spendy, $1,200 to $1,400 each, but comes with a 20-year warranty, and they do have some that last even longer. So we'll probably look at some different options when that time comes. Guys are working on utilities, a new building going up in the industrial road area, so that's good news. And then some new condos that'll be going up on 20th Street and Parkview Drive, so have some utilities to put in for those as well. So it's a busy spring already.
Okay, good. Thank you, Travis. Misty, anything tonight?
No.
Okay. Jenny is not with us tonight, so we'll go on to Chief DePriest.
Nothing, thank you.
Okay. And Carol.
I'm just working on a few things. We were able to hit submit on the grant for the generator that we're going to hopefully get placed over at the water treatment plant. I was made aware that we are eligible for the 90-10 program, which means that the FEMA federal government will pay 90% and the state will pay, or the other part of the grant will pay the 10. So Hawarden will be responsible for 0, which is very nice. We won't have to pay for that. That's through what's called BRIC. Also, we are now going to start out, I kind of missed this earlier, USDA is offering to cover the 15% for the city on some other projects that had to do with water and sewer and some type of infrastructure type projects. So I did get with Travis. He gave me 3 ideas. So we're going to go ahead and put in so that that 15% can be covered as well. So our project costs out from the city should be very, very low, I hope. So we want to congratulate Coilcraft. They had a very nice open house the other day on the completion of their warehouse. That did expand our foreign trade zone, and it also upped our status with the Foreign Trade Zone Board in Washington, D.C. With the lumber yard, very excited. I'm sure most have heard. CFE, the elevator, is going to build and expand the lumber yard over to where the old fertilizer plant was across from Coilcraft. They've already started to work there and to get that up and going. They're excited about all our new building projects that are already going in the spring, and we do have quite a few on the docket for some of our companies. So we were able to put them all together with CFE and kind of encourage them to continue the lumberyard here in town, and their board unanimously agreed to that idea. So we're excited about that. We are in the process of selling one more industrial park lot. So we are running out of industrial park lots quickly, which is very, very nice. We're excited to have that kind of activity going on in our community. And if anyone wants to start a business, my door is open. So, and also I wanted to remind everyone that the grants for homeowners, if you need your house painted, if you need new shingles, if you need new furnace, it doesn't make any difference. Please come in. Grants are available for that, for you to assist in basically having some beautification projects going in our community. And I can help with those as well. That's it.
Great. Lots of good news there. Thanks for your work, Carol. At this time, we'll open it up to council comments. Anyone?
I've just been fielding a few phone calls on nuisance stuff, so just make sure you get out there and clean your yards up so somebody doesn't have to come knocking on your door, so, to tell you to mow your grass or whatever, so, thank you.
Got Memorial Day's coming up, so the Legion will be putting up flags up at the cemetery. We're going to start on Wednesday, the 21st. We're going to put some poles up at 3. On Thursday, the 22nd, we'll put the flags up at 5. And then the ceremony is Monday, Memorial Day, at 10 o'clock at the cemetery, unless there's bad weather, and then we'll move it to the high school. And then everything comes down starting Monday at 4 o'clock. So if anybody's willing to help, feel free to come out. I'll put you to work. That's all I got.
Great. That's a wonderful sight when we drive up there and see all those flags. I know there's a lot of work put into it.
Hoping to put up 425 this year.
Oh,
is
my
what I'm
goodness.
hoping for.
Yeah. Impressive. Anything else?
Nothing.
Okay. Then, item number 3 is a public hearing on grant application 657308. Can you tell us about this grant?
That is the grant for the flood assistance. The 25% requirement of that grant is that we let the community know that we're applying for it, and if they have any questions or concerns, they can share that at this time.
Okay. So the public hearing is open. Would you like to speak on that, John? No? Okay.
No, I don't know what it's about.
Okay. Then I will declare that the public hearing is closed, and we'll move on to number 4, which is the Resolution 2026-14 supporting submission of the IEDA application to CDBG Flood 24 buyout grant. Mouthful.
Yeah. That is just a resolution stating that the council approves of us applying for this money.
Any questions?
I'll make a motion to approve Resolution 2026-14.
And a second?
I'll second.
We'll do a roll call vote. Skelling?
Aye.
Warner is not here. Allen?
Aye.
Boza?
Aye.
Clucky?
Aye.
Motion passes 4-0. Thank you. At this time, we'll open a public hearing for ordinance 763, amending the water rates.
This is strictly for the irrigation meters. Currently, we charge the full price, $12.57 a month, but we only charge for the 6 months that they're using them. This would change it to $6.29 per month, but we keep it going year-round. It just helps with billing. It helps with just the office staff not turning meters on and off. So no cost increase, just different way that we bill them.
Okay. Anything from the public?
Yeah,
All right.
you hit me bingo. Okay, I've got a meter for my irrigation at my house. Hasn't been used in, I don't know, years, probably since you guys put in that sidewalk. billed for that now, from now on?
Just if you're using it and it'll be turned on. I think yours has been off for years because it broke or something in that pit.
Well, it's been off forever, but yeah.
Yeah, we won't turn you back on if you haven't been using it
So,
until you call and say, hey, we want it back on, then we'll start charging you.
Forever and ever.
Yep,
So it doesn't matter, right now it can sit in the pit.
yep, until you turn it on, if you want to use it.
What happens if someone shuts off their own water?
If they call in and say, I want my irrigation
What happens
meter
if they
shut
their
off,
own so it doesn't freeze up during the winter?
they'll still get the monthly charge, even though they,
Still get the monthly charge.
yeah.
So do I get special treatment because I should be renting a meter that's in a hole?
Not if you have it actually turned off, right? So you shut it off, hasn't used it for years, we're not gonna charge you for that.
So if anybody leaves their meter off this year, they don't get charged anymore.
Right.
Cool. You hear that, everybody? Leave your meter off.
But you'll have to, there's a $30 fee to take it off, and then there's another $30 fee to turn it back on.
To take it off.
Yeah, I think I can help with this. So it's only for if those people that are using it. So like if they were calling to get it turned on because they're using that meter to water during that, actively using it, then they will be billed throughout the year. But if
I
they,
assumed it was just gonna be a
Yeah.
rental fee for the equipment, then that's essentially what it is, right?
Yes, but only,
Renting the meter to the people?
yes, but only when it's on. Just like your electric service and gas meters, they're the same way. There's a monthly service charge only when that utility is on. So if they turn that off, we could technically go take that meter then, but we don't. I mean, it's,
Do you want it?
if you're not gonna turn it back on ever again, yeah, we'll come get it.
I don't know. How many people is this gonna affect?
Why, I don't have the number. There's probably over a couple hundred that have those irrigation meters.
Thank you.
But it is a cost neutral thing because they are being charged $12.57 for 6 months.
Right.
And instead of that, they're being charged $6.29 for 12 months.
And we did discuss the fact that, okay, if someone called in the fall and said, I want my irrigation meter shut off, like he brought up, then there's a charge for that. There's a $30 disconnect fee and then a reconnect fee in the spring, so you're not gaining any money by doing
Shutting it
that. You're
off.
actually losing money, so it's best just to leave it in. You shut it off, you blow out your sprinklers, and then in the spring, when you turn it back on, you're just getting charged that half price every month.
But it's saving the city time to go out and shut it off and then turn it back on
And-
5 months
yeah,
later.
and the billing confusion, is this person on, are they off?
Yep.
So we don't actually shut their irrigation meter off until they call and say, I've got leaks everywhere, I'm never using my irrigation again, please shut it off. Then we stop charging them. And then someday they get it fixed and they want it back on, then they call, and then there's that reconnect fee, so.
Yep.
Okay. We will close the public hearing and move on to item 6, which is the second reading of the ordinance 763, amending the water rates that we were just discussing. Any further discussion on that? If not, I'll take a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. We'll do a roll call again. Start with Allen,
Aye.
Boza,
Aye.
Clucky,
Aye.
Skelling.
Aye.
Passes 4-0. Number 7 is to set a public hearing for a budget amendment.
all right, so this is literally just going to be setting the public hearing for next meeting for the budget amendment, but I will do a very, very brief overview, so, because this is going to be in the paper, assuming that we're going to have this go through, and then, so that way people know how to read this. This is the page that will be in the paper. I know that you can't really see it on TV, but it's just a one-page overview of our revenues and expenses. And bottom line is we are increasing our revenues by 12.6 million, and we are increasing our expenditures by 11.02 million. Now, those are high numbers because that involves the hospital, and the hospital has very drastic number changes. It includes their clinic that didn't have originally in the in the original budget. So they are increasing how much they're going to spend. Since the city owns the hospital, it has to be in our numbers, so I budget for that as well. Other highlights, insurance was just all of the numbers were really low. There wasn't really a major increase from last year. It was, I think it was like between 2% and 4% increase from last year's numbers, but I think that somehow we went off of the budgeting from last year, which was under budgeted as well. So we're going to look at that and try and get that better. So that's where a lot of those are. We got a dividend check from EMC that kind of goes to cover some of that overages, as well as a little other revenues on that page. So other highlights that we've got, there were a couple vehicles that needed operated on. The fire department had engine one go down, which was unbudgeted for expense that cost a little bit of money that we needed to amend in order to stay within our legal spending limits. Flood, our flood project had $355,000 this year, which is mostly due to the last projects that we're doing, like the shelter house. We got the FEMA monies in for that as well, so just got to be in the budget to cover that. And the pool painting was the other real big unbudgeted for item there. So, and we kind of talked about that at the end of the season last year and how it needed to be done. So that got done at the end of the year last year, but was billed into this fiscal year. So outside of that, if anybody has any questions about that, they can reach out to the city and ask me for any clarification on that. Same to you guys as well. So
Public hearings next meeting?
public hearing will be next meeting if you guys set it right here for that, for next meeting.
I'll make a motion to set the public hearing.
Second.
Okay, got a motion and a second. This is to set the public hearing for the budget amendment on May 27th, 2026. Boza.
Aye.
Clucky.
Aye.
Skelling.
Aye.
Allen.
Aye.
Passes 4-0. Moving on. Item 6 is the approval of the Iowa Department of Transportation agreement for maintenance and repair of primary roads in municipalities.
This is an agreement between us and the DOT, gets updated, and this is almost word for word is the same one as the last time. The things that I noticed that were changed was a couple of the items were moved out of one paragraph and put into the other, but it all was the exact same content. Basically outlines what the state is responsible for the highways that go through town and what we're responsible for on what goes through town. So.
Questions about that? If not, I would take a motion, please.
So motion.
And a second.
Second.
All those in favor of approving the agreement, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes 4-0.
Can I ask for a motion?
Trevor.
Pick one. They tied.
That's why I was, thank you.
Moving on to number 10, approving the audit engagement letter.
If you guys remember back in March, I had put on an engagement letter because I knew that they had asked that we needed to get another one to go for our single audit, which is basically the audit that covers all of the federal funding that we received because we received so much during the flooded year. And the engagement letter that I had in there was the original engagement letter for the regular audit. They got me the new audit engagement letter for the single audit, and that's what this is.
This just explains what it's going to do, right?
Correct. What the parameters of the audit were,
Okay.
what the scope and objectives.
Okay. I'll make a motion to approve the audit letter.
Second.
Second.
All those in favor of approving the audit engagement letter, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes 4-0. Item 10 is the customer information systems software quotes.
And then for this one, I'm just going to pass it to Misty. She's been doing a lot of the work and build up for this, so.
Okay. So you guys have in your memo a little snippet about you have the quotes. There's a little bit of a summary in the memo there about Tyler is a little bit more expensive up front, but over the long haul, it comes out being less expensive. And Tyler is also the preferred company that the staff would like to go with. We feel like it functions the best. It's going to help us move more efficiently throughout our day. It's going to eliminate a lot of hitting that wall moments. And basically, do you guys have any questions about the quotes?
Who do we use now?
G-Works.
But the Tyler one is more conducive for what you guys do.
Oh my gosh.
Way better to use, better operating system, the whole
Way.
works.
There are no words, honestly.
And you foresee us keeping this for how long?
Keeping this,
Yeah, using this service?
I would think forever. I can't imagine, I don't know what would be better,
And it
honestly.
looks like anything more than 5 years, it's gonna be cost-effective to go Tyler, right?
Well, and a lot of the surrounding cities here, we spoke with a lot of them just to gather data about how they feel about having it. Some have had it for, I think Sioux Center, wasn't it 15 years? Yeah, 15 years, and they've been with Tyler through their upgrades. So they actually were just recently upgrading from the Legacy, which was a previous model, to the newest, which is what we would have. So we're going to have support around us where we can call someone up or go look at something without having to rely on Tyler support, which will eventually cost, I mean, probably more than what's quoted if we were relying on them only for support. But with the partnership we have and everybody around us having Tyler, really don't see where we would have, I guess I don't see where it's a lose situation at all, honestly, with the research that we've done. Yeah, I think Tyler, I know for me and Pam personally, we would be dancing in the hallways.
Tyler is the one that Missouri River Energy Services.
I was gonna say, didn't it,
That's the
isn't
one
this
they
the one that
recommend.
was more for
Yeah, they do
the
have
way we
one,
do things on our
one
own
person on
utilities and all that?
staff to help support, and then they're also hiring another one. So they'll have 2 people on staff to help with the billing portion, the utility portion, so.
And that discount is actually because of that MRES membership, so.
And it really, too, it's about their footprint in Iowa. It's not just a software we decided we liked. It's really about what company understands Iowa reporting and Iowa municipalities. And Tyler, truly, they do, better than the other options that we had available. We didn't have a lot because we carry all of our utilities, and not all software can do that. I think we had maybe like 6 to choose from, 6 or 7 total. And we had gotten, in doing our research and gathering data, each city had something different to say, but the consensus was that we went with a different one, but now we're switching to Tyler, or we have this other one, but we really don't like how it functions. So that's kind of what led us to this path as well.
Now, what this does matter for you guys and kind of for the public is that it is going to be kind of it's going to have an upfront cost that is going to be kind of pricey. And it is going to be on top of what we're currently doing. We'll have to keep them both for a year until it's ready for conversion, if that's the way we go. What that also means for our citizens is that their bill is going to look different. Now, they're going to try and make it not look too much different, but it's going to be a new software generating the bill that they're paying. It's going to change how the interactions happen up front. It's the software we use for everything, so.
Okay, are you going to want approval tonight for Tyler?
I'll make a motion that you move forward with Tyler.
Okay, and a second?
Second. You got a question?
Yeah, one of the things I noticed in the difference in the two is that the Edmonds one had a stipulation that they wouldn't raise fees more than consumer price index or 4%. Does Tyler have anything similar to that? I didn't see it in there.
Did you include the quote, Tyler did send us a contract kind of early on, so we could look
Oh, that's in there.
Is it in there? Okay. I personally haven't read it, but I can tell you, this may not be great insurance, but I spoke with Adam, who's our representative here with Tyler. He's been talking with us. And he is really motivated to bring us on board. And I had made a comment. I said, once you guys have a monopoly in Iowa, just don't let it go to your heads. And he was receptive to that, and he said he promised to take very good care of us. And I know that's not a dollar amount reassurance, but the vibe I've gotten from them, I feel like they are genuine in their business dealings with us beyond just a dollar amount. But we can definitely reach out to him and ask him that question and clarify that if we need to.
That would hold up this process, though, would it not?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm. It's not a deal breaker for me, but it's something that does stand out to me
Yeah.
anyway.
Well, yeah, certainly, because if they're going to have a lot of, with the mass movement from G-Works, they're getting a lot of business. And so it's a very valid question. When you hold all the cards, you know, what you do with them later, so.
It's a peace of mind kind of thing.
Oh, yeah. That's why he wanted the contracts to come over, so we had time to get it back and forth to the lawyers, because it takes so long, so we can just make sure that's in there.
If that's something that they're willing to add to the contract, I would be happy with that.
Okay. And I can even bring that up and ask Jenny as well, so kind of bring that conversation together. I think that they were kind of anticipating a little bit of questions towards that.
Especially if this is something that we're going to commit to long-term.
Yeah.
I don't want to be hamstrung by increased costs over the
Right.
course of that time, so. Significant increase in cost, obviously.
Yep, fair point.
I searched it, I don't see it in there.
Yeah, I didn't see it either.
Yeah, I was just doing the same thing.
Yeah. I didn't think I read it either.
Okay. We do have a motion and a second. You want to go ahead with a vote on that? And allow us to, we can check it even after we vote, make sure it's in there.
Not necessarily like to approve the contract,
Right.
but to move forward with it.
Yeah, it's a motion to move forward with it.
Yeah. Okay. Clucky,
Aye.
Skelling,
Aye.
Allen,
Aye.
Boza.
Aye.
That passes 4-0. Now, we are at the Sioux County Conservation Boat Ramp Partnership.
Got to switch places.
I was told you were going to be wearing a hat. So I'll turn this on. Rob Clucky with Sioux County Conservation. Been with the Conservation Board about 29 years now. We've worked on multiple projects with the city, and we're very grateful for them, from the Big Sioux Rec area to the Nature Center and many more over the years. So I'm coming to you tonight to ask for a partnership in a boat landing or launch point along the Big Sioux. We've been pretty much without one probably for the last 15 years or greater. The need is there. There's a lot of people that like to recreate on the river, and we think we found the perfect spot. The perfect spot, when I talk about that, is a spot that won't change much. The river won't move left or right, whether it goes into South Dakota or Iowa. A spot that would be close to town, like Carr's Landing. So I'm asking for the city to join the Sioux County Conservation Board in a partnership on this boat ramp. The Conservation Board will do a lot of the maintenance, the mowing, the cleaning, that kind of stuff. Where we may need a little bit of assistance, and if there is like a lot of debris or something on the boat ramp, we might have to have the payloader come down and clear the boat launch after it's built. But I'm asking for financial support tonight to buy the property. I'm asking for between 50 and 60, depending on where the grants fall in. We already received a $30,000 grant for fish habitat money with the state of Iowa.
Carol has been working on some land water conservation funds to develop the property after we secure it. So the city's contribution would be somewhere between $50,000 and $60,000, and the Conservation Board would match that. The Sioux County Sportsman's Club is going to put in $10,000, and then the rest would be the grant. So I don't think I left anything out. So
Questions?
What would the timing of that money look like?
well, the property's getting surveyed right now, and I would like to think that once that's done, we could close within 45 days, which puts us pretty close to the end of our budget and the end of the city's budget as well. I went ahead and amended the Conservation Board money for that. That'll be in our amendment to include that for this year. But if it doesn't happen prior to that, then it would be right after the 1st of July. So,
Okay.
any other questions?
I'd reiterate that it's definitely needed ever since the river changed and we lost Cars Landing. You know, there's been, you could go to Oak Grove or, you know, Akron, Westfield. I mean, there's a lot of places along here, but there's that stretch between Oak Grove and Akron. You know, there's nothing, and there's fishing leagues, there's tournaments, and those people just bypass Hawarden because they're going to boat ramps they can use, so.
We can fit that in our budget?
Yeah, that's
That
what I was
was going to be
gonna
my
ask,
next
'cause that's-
question. Where does that fit in our
yeah.
budget?
Can we fit that in?
So that's why I was kind of asking, because I would have to take a look to see what we have going on. Now, the FY27 budget has the wiggle room right now for it, yes. So essentially, we could do it
After July 1st.
after July 1st easier, and I will have to look at potential accounting methods of if we could cut a check before July. That's kind of why I was asking when.
What about-
No,
Because
I
if I would have,
totally
had we
understand.
had this conversation last meeting, I could have had it built into
Yeah.
the amendment, and then,
Based on the timing, is it possible to split it into 2 fiscal years so it wouldn't have such an impact?
and even that could be done, yeah.
You know, I don't know that from our standpoint that it's going to matter too much one way or another. We're going to get it secured before the end of the year and then figure the rest out later, so.
I said we go for it.
So,
Yeah.
Okay.
Any motion for that?
Do you want us to vote on that? Or we can just,
I don't think we'll need a motion on that necessarily, because when it'll come down to it is it'll be in the claims for that. Just basically knowing that you guys are supportive of it should probably be enough for me.
Okay.
yeah, so,
Go ahead.
yeah, I just wanting to check to see if we have enough support to move forward on that.
Yeah,
And it
that's
looks like
I believe we do, yeah.
we do.
I'll
Oh,
abstain
yes.
either way.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So we'll move forward on that. Sounds like a good project. Down to our consent agenda, we have one item, the Dollar General ownership updates.
Yeah, so just occasionally, these corporations have people that change who's in charge of doing those sections. Not even somebody in the state of Iowa on that, just one of the names changed is the ownership for theirs.
Okay, can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
And a second?
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes 4-0. We are at the end of our agenda. Can I have a motion to adjourn, please?
So moved.
And a second?
Second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passes 4-0. We are adjourned at 6:04, and our next meeting will be May 27th.
Stick that over there. We get a lot of stuff for you and me. And,